Hi everyone, I'm Rincey and this is Rincey Reads. Today I'm going to be doing a really quick Friday Reads video to talk to you guys what I've been reading lately and what I plan on reading soon-ish. So if you follow me on Goodreads, you already know the two books that I've been currently reading. The first one is Being Mortal by Atul Gawande. Hopefully I said his name correctly. This book is fantastic. This is a nonfiction book. The subtitle is Medicine and What Matters in the End. So it basically deals with the healthcare industry and the way that we treat people who are towards the end of their life. I'm going to do a full review on this book, so I'm not going to talk about it too much here. I was actually sort of hoping that I would finish this book a little bit earlier in the week because it's less than 300 pages, but I just haven't had time to read because life. So I haven't finished this book yet. I have about 50 pages left in it and I will be doing a full review on it. I just love this book so much. It's going to be at least a 4-star read for me. It might be a 5-star read, I'm not sure yet, but definitely at least a 4-star read, I can say that for sure. And then I have been listening to an audiobook, and that is Small Victories by Anne Lamott. This is the first Anne Lamott book that I've ever read from like cover to cover. I've only ever read like small essays from her, articles from her, and things like that. I've never really read any of her books. And I'm listening to this on audiobook because it's been getting nice here. It's springtime, so I've been going on walks, and so I like to listen to an audiobook when I'm on these walks. It's basically the only time I do listen to audiobooks anymore. I feel like even in the car I don't really listen to audiobooks. I listen to podcasts and music because my commute is so short. It isn't really worth it to, stick in an audiobook when I'm driving. She also narrates the audiobook, which is really nice, so I've been enjoying that. I'm kind of taking it slow, as I go on walks. I'll just listen to it. I'm not like rushing through it or rushing to finish it or anything like that. I think I'm at like the halfway point right now, so yeah, really enjoying that at the moment. But I will probably not be listening to that over the weekend unless I go on walks, which is totally possible, but I actually think it's going to rain this weekend, so probably not possible. And I'm going to be finishing up Being Mortal, either tonight or tomorrow. So I have a couple of books. I just went to the library and picked up some books recently, so I thought I would share those with you guys as well. So I've been thinking a lot about my reading habits lately, and I've been realizing that I can't get a lot of reading done during the week, at least not through like Monday through Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is basically like when I do all my reading these days because of the way my schedule is working out. So I've been thinking about how I'm finishing up Being Mortal, and I kind of wanted a book to read over the weekend that I could complete completely over the weekend. So then I decided to get The Language of Secrets by Asma Zainab Khan. I did a review of her first book, The Unquiet Dead, last year. It was one of my favorite books of last year. I will link to my review video of that. But this is a mystery story, and this is the second book in that series. It came out, I want to say, in February, so I've been looking forward to reading this. So I was thinking about reading this, but then I got a couple other books from the library. I got Sudden Death by Alvaro Enrique. This book also just came out in February, and Nena from SCS Reads, I think is her username, talked about this in her February wrap-up. It sounds super bonkers. It's relatively short, and it feels like one of those books that you should read like in as much of one sitting as possible. And I don't have a lot of plans this weekend, so I feel like this would actually be a better book to read this weekend, so I can sort of swallow the whole thing. If I read it during the week, then I'm gonna have to break it up, and I feel like that's not really a great way to read this book. So I have a strong feeling that I'm going to read this one this weekend, and then after I finish this, I'll pick up this one so I can like read this one slowly over the week. And then the other book that I ended up picking up from the library while I was there was Man Tiger by Eka Kurinawan. Man, just struggling with all the names in this video. This is a book that was recently listed on the Man Booker International long list. I will have a link to the website so you guys can check out the full long list if you are interested. But the long list was just announced this week, and so I just did like a really quick search in my library to see if any of the books were available, and this is one that they had available right away. So when I was picking up the other two books, I decided to just grab this one as well, and it's also pretty short, which is kind of nice. So there's a pretty good chance that this one will get read after I read these two books. So yeah, that is basically everything that I have coming up for me in terms of reading. If you've read any of these books, feel free to leave a comment down below letting me know what you guys thought of them, or just let me know what you guys are reading this weekend. I'm rushing through this ending because my battery light is flashing, and that always freaks me out. So yeah, that's all I have for now, and thanks for watching.